gentlemen, the RodeoRoundup.com team is live in Las Vegas for the 2016 PBR World Finals. Kirsten Durant, man, it is great to have you aboard for this event.
Thanks so much, Jason. I'm really excited to be here. Vegas is going to be great for the PBR Finals this year.
It absolutely is, and you know, it all started last night, and what a fantastic event it was, held down at South Point. I know that you were on your flight here, so you weren't able to see it, but they threw some punches at us last night at the Heroes and Legends. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's great. It was a really long flight, but I'm glad to be here now, and we got to see this morning all the top 10 riders, and we're going to have a great night tonight.
Absolutely. Last night, the Heroes and Legends, we got to honor some of the very best. The Sharon Shoulders Award for Leanne Hart, J.W. Hart's wife. What a blessing that woman is to I mean, anybody that ever comes across her. They've fostered 50 kids in their house. They're not able to have kids, and she told a story last night, and they've adopted 3 of them, but they've fostered over 50 in their lifetime, and their doors are open. It's a crazy story.
Yeah, that's so warming, and just great that they can do that for those kids and make a difference, especially here, and bring that into the rodeo world is fantastic.
Yeah, and you know, her beautiful voice, the national anthems that she sings for the PBR events, and just believe it or not, that woman works harder than I think J.W. Hart does, because she's always back up behind the buck and she's flanking J.W.'s bulls for him. I'm not quite sure. J.W. is not cute enough to be on TV like he is all the time.
Well, he's lucky to have her then. She sounds fantastic.
Absolutely. And then we go to Dr. Tandy Freeman for the Jim Shoulders Award. That guy right there is single-handedly with the Justin Sports Medicine team the reason that these top 35 can come into the finals each and every year and stay healthy all year long. He dedicates his time free of charge to these guys, and very deserving of that award.
Yeah, what a blessing. The Justin Sports team is fantastic. Without them, I don't think this would be possible.
You know, and you as another rodeo athlete, a barrel racer, you know how important it is to be healthy. And these guys, 90% of the time, don't carry insurance because no insurance company is dumb enough to give them any insurance with what they do. So they get all of their stuff right here. I mean, if you've ever been down to that Justin Sports Medicine room, it is amazing. They have the x-ray technology. They have chiropractors. They have everything other than an operating center down there.
Yeah, which is fantastic. So it'll be cool to see what it looks like now in the new arena that we're going to be in tonight.
That's going to be crazy. And speaking of the new arena, we got to go old school for a minute. We got to go to a buck and bull that got the brand of honor last night. Bushwhacker. Anybody that knows Julio Moreno knows that that is his baby. Julio had a horseback riding accident earlier this year and broke his neck. And he told me last night the doctors thought that he would never move or walk or anything again, and he's up here 100% and looking good. And we thought he was going to receive the brand of honor last night, but they threw a little curveball at us.
Yeah, I bet that really had to be something with that big bull on stage.
They opened up the curtain, and Bushwhacker was there. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Especially after what happened at the Blue Death Finals a couple nights earlier. There's a bull that jumped a 6-foot panel and went back into the PBR live area and everything. But I'll tell you what, the safety men and the arena crew at PBR are top notch. They had that bull pinned up in no time flat. But last night was something that I would have never guessed. They threw a huge curveball at us.
Yeah, which is great. And then it just kicks off this morning with the press conference and meeting those top 10 guys and seeing the caliber of bull riders we're going to have is going to be insane.
Absolutely. And caliber of bull riders, you know, from the past, Owen Washburn receiving the Ring of Honor last night. Huge guy, great guy, the captain himself. That's what all these top 10 bull riders looked up to, are these older guys, you know. Justin McBride got on stage and talked about Owen Washburn, but tonight kicks off in a brand new state-of-the-art arena. Just from the outside, when we were at the press conference this morning, that T-Mobile Arena is just, it's going to be interesting, because I was actually talking to some of the production guys and got some some information on how things are set up in there that nobody knows about. And I mean, if you're seeing on TV, you're not going to know the magnitude of this, but it is going to be something that people in attendance are. There's not going to be a bad seat in the house inside the new T-Mobile Arena.
Oh yeah, and then the CEO was saying that this is the biggest turnout that they've ever had, right? That's what he was saying this morning?
Absolutely. The attendance is up 7.5% over the year, and they're over, I think, 1.5 million views. And tonight, the start of the PBR World Finals here in 2016 will be the 13th record-setting attendance in the history of the PBR, and that was all this year.
Yeah, and how fantastic is that?
Oh, it's crazy, and you know, it's kind of nice being down here because we see the guys, we get to talk to them, and you get that brotherhood, and you're in that family circle, and it's kind of funny that we're down there and the guys see us, and we can't say what's said off camera, but boy oh boy, we have some fun conversations after a good night last night.
Well, and let's not forget the big race that's going on between the top three. Talk about crazy. They've all been beating each other all season, and now it's going to be tough.
Absolutely. It's going to be nuts. You know, the top three are within any round win of taking over the lead at any given point. It's going to be just stupid crazy these next 5 nights. You know, the top 10 are all technically within striking distance, but I agree with you. I think it's going to be one of the top 3. It's either going to be Kaiki, it's going to be Cooper Davis, or JB Mooney. And I'll tell you what.
Who are you betting on?
I went to the sports book last night, and I know Cooper and his family very well, and they're very good friends of mine. And I told Cooper earlier, I said, I'm putting my money on you to win this, and if you let me down, there's going to be hell to pay.
Oh, so I bet he's nervous now.
Oh, he doesn't care.
Well, we'll have to see. It's going to be really exciting. I don't know, JB, he's a seasoned pro.
Well, that's who you're going with, huh?
I think so. I think I'm going to go with JB.
Uh-huh.
He looks ready and calm.
You know, he does, and we talked to him earlier, and JB, he was honest. He said, I've never been 100%, but I'm as healthy as I can be. And his mind is right. He's always a World Finals contender. That guy turns it on toward the end of the year, and there's been a lot of speculation on if sitting out events because he was injured to save himself for the World Finals was the right move or not. Sitting, less than a round win away, I think he played the game right.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I think, taking a break and getting your body right, and then all of a sudden you're here. It's go time.
Absolutely. And, some of the key matchups tonight, the ABBI Classic Bulls have given these guys hell all year long. They're nowhere near the caliber of the quote-unquote rank pin with Asteroid and Long John and Bruiser and all those guys, Airtime. But these Bucking Bulls, I'll tell you what, are up-and-comers, and the rounds in the events throughout the season the ABBI Classic Bucking Bulls have been a part of, these guys have not been able to figure them out. So usually they use round one to get a score and get ready, but I don't know how tonight's going to go. They've got the ABBI Classic, like I said, and if it's anything like the 2016 season so far, you're not going to see many qualified rides.
Yeah, and what a game changer, especially being in the new arena. And I know I overheard some of the staff talking about it and wondering which way the Bulls are going to go. They got to guess. Are they going to go this way, that way? Like, how are they going to adjust it after night one? Is it going to be different? Like, what do you think?
I haven't stepped foot in the arena yet, but talking about how I'm going to let you in on it. I just can't hold it back anymore. But it's very interesting because they have a circle, and they're having buck and shoots in all 4 corners of kind of like a oval, or it's not 4 or 6 shoots on either side like it was at the Thomas and Mack. On every corner, they have 2 buck and shoots on every angle. So you have the 8 buck and shoots, but it's going to be really odd. And I hope, honest to God, I hope that they run those bulls through the new system before the performance night, or else you're going to see our Built Ford Tough safety men have a lot of work roping those bulls and hauling them to the back.
Yeah, and just having that different setup is just spectacular. Like, it just goes to show how much work the PBR puts into those finals and the sponsors, and how it really takes the mindset to make it work.
Absolutely. And, you know, and we talked about the press conference, and we talked about JB and Kaiki and Cooper Davis, right? And we caught up with them at the press conference this morning. So we're going to let you listen to the 3 interviews that we did at the press conference, and we'll be back here at Before the Buck to wrap things up. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Hetland here, Rodeo Roundup 2016 PBR World Finals with your number 3 man and reigning PBR World Champion, JB Mooney. What a crazy change of venue right here. This thing is going to be awesome. Have you been inside yet?
Yeah, we seen it when we had check-in. It was in there, and we had the meeting, you know, up in the stand. So it looked pretty interesting.
Yeah, shoots on all 4 corners. It's going to be crazy for fans. And the little birdie told me that shark cage is about twice the size as it is.
I have no idea. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Well, so you're going to dance on it when you went around, aren't you?
I'll never dance.
You know, hey, let's talk about it, because last night we were at the Heroes and Legends over at South Point, and you had the distinct honor of being up on stage and talking about a bull that, as you said, quote unquote, has kicked your ass many times. The legendary Bushwhacker 13 times, you know, rode him for, I believe it was like 95.5 points. But what was that like? Because you're very close friends with Julio Moreno. What was that like to be able to have that honor last night?
You know, Julio asked me to do it, and he said, other than me, they want somebody to talk about Bushwhacker, and you know him better than anybody. You've been on him the most times. And I said, yeah, right off the bat, you know, it was Julio. And then I got to thinking, I was like, man, that's like talking about a guy whooping your ass 12 out of 13 times, and you got to talk good about him. So, but, you know, the bull deserved it, and I was proud to be a part of it, and I'm glad he asked me to do it.
Absolutely. Coming into the World Finals, we know that you've been plagued with some injuries throughout the year, but there's a lot of question as to how JB Mooney is feeling. Don't give me the regular BS bull rider answer that you always try to give me. Let's cut through it and let me know how you're actually feeling.
I feel good. I'll never be 100%. Hadn't been 100% the day I decided I was going to ride bulls, but for me right now, I'm as healthy as I can be.
Spoken like a true gentleman.
Try to sometimes.
Sometimes. It all depends on the day, right? Well, hey, congratulations. Best of luck at the 2016 PBR World Finals.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Hetland here at RodeoRoundup.com. Like I said, 2006 PBR World Finals begins in a few short hours inside the T-Mobile Arena with your number 3 man and reigning PBR World Champion, JB Mooney. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got done with the press conference outside the beautiful T-Mobile Arena for the 2016 PBR World Finals. And your number 2 man, Cooper Davis, you are on a run of a lifetime coming back from injury. I went to the sports book last night, and I put some money down, so you better not let me down.
Hey, I'm going to try not to let you down, but, you know, I appreciate you having your money on me anyway.
Absolutely. You know, let's talk about this year, because there's a lot of, you know, quote-unquote newcomers, the PBR, that are just taking this thing by storm between you, Kaiki, Jess Lockwood. You know, we had a chance to sit down with you and your family in Sioux Falls, and ever since then, you've been through a devastating injury that we didn't know if you were going to come back from. Surgically repaired, and 2 weeks later, you're back on a bull winning an event. It's been a crazy year for you.
It sure has. You know, it started out with this wrist injury and had to have surgery on that, and, you know, got through that, and then about the time everything's rolling just right, you cracked my collarbone. But, you know, it's been a year full of ups and downs, but more ups and downs, and I've learned to put all those injuries behind me and just keep going and trying to stay mentally focused. And
now, without the normal bull riding answer, yeah, I'm 100%, I feel fine, let's cut through the crap. How are you feeling coming into the PBR World Finals?
Right now, I mean, I do feel 100%, but if you had asked me that 3 weeks ago, I'd have told you, well, you know, it's probably about 75%, I think. You know, my collarbone was tender there for a while, but this week, you know, I've you know, realized that there's no pain or anything.
That's fantastic. You got your wife and your Mac man with you, so it's always fun to have them in the crowd, and best of luck to you for the 2016 World Final.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Hetland here, the RodeoRoundup.com, outside T-Mobile Arena with your number 2 man, the one and only Cooper Davis. Well, it is the 2016 PBR World Finals. We just got done with the press conference, and the number 1 man coming in. You have been fighting tooth and nail all season for that number 1 spot, and you're coming in number 1. That could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. What are your thoughts on that?
Você vem lutando tanto tempo para estar no primeiro e segundo lugar. Qual que é o seu pensamento nisso?
Estou batalhando bastante para conquistar meu sonho, que é ser campeão mundial. Só espero realizar um trabalho bem feito aqui nessa final também.
He's been fighting and dedicating everything that he can to be here. He just want to do a really good job.
You know, the competition between, we call them the young guns of the PBR, yourself, Jess Lockwood, all those guys. You guys are taking this world by storm, and you have your sights set on $1 million and a gold buckle at the end of these 5 days, don't you? Yep. Gold buckle in 5 days, as well as a world champion and $1.5 million. You have your sights set on winning that here this weekend, don't you?
Você vem lutando com o buckle de $1 million e qual é o seu sight? Como que você pensa de você estar aqui? Como que você vai lutar para isso?
Eu só quero me dedicar nos meus touros, pensar touro a touro, para realizar um bom trabalho e conquistar o meu sonho, que é ser campeão mundial. Eu nunca me tenho touro pensando em dinheiro, muito porque eu gosto mesmo.
He's not really thinking about the money. He's here for his dream. He's been always dreaming about being the world champion, and he just want to do a really good job.
Now, we talk about living your dream. In Brazil, bull riding is a huge lifestyle out there, and the Netflix show PBR Fearless has dedicated that show to the Brazilian bull riders. Does that bring a new spotlight on you guys as a whole coming into this?
Você acha que com o Netflix, o TV show que eles fizeram com você, está trazendo mais popularidade no Brasil?
Trouxe bastante, sim, no Brasil, porque o esporte no Brasil não é tão grande como aqui nos Estados Unidos. Por isso que os competidores brasileiros vêm aqui, os competidores que montam aqui como ídolos. O sonho de todo competidor brasileiro, acho que de todos os outros países, é competir aqui na PBR.
It says that it's bringing a lot of popularity in Brazil. It's not as big as here, so that's why all the really good guys, they come to the United States to compete here. But of course, the Netflix helped a lot in Brazil.
Absolutely, and I know that you're a busy man. You're getting ready, a few short hours away, so congratulations on the number 1 spot, and very well good luck here in the next 5 days.
Muito, parabéns pela sua localização e boa sorte.
Thank you.
All right. Jason Hetland, 2016 PBR World Finals, T-Mobile Arena with your number 1 man, Kayuki Pacheco. Well, I'll tell you what, now that you've heard the interviews from the top 3, tonight's matchups for the ABBI Classics are going to be something to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Those men are ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and let's talk about some of those matchups. We have a Gage Gay against Wicked Stick. Now, this is a rematch from earlier in the season where Wicked Stick bucked him off. And this bucking bull right here has been one of the, I want to say, unridden bulls. He's had 11 outs this year, and he's only been covered once, and he's an ABBI Classic.
I think he's ready. I think he's ready for that matchup, and he's going to stick it.
I hope so, because Gage Gay needs to get some confidence back coming into these last 5 days. He's been in a slump, and let's hope that he can change things around early on in the World Finals and possibly. He has no chance of getting a World Championship, but he can get the World Finals event championship and earn a ton of money here in Las Vegas.
Well, and the energy, I think the energy of the new stadium is really going to be pumping through their veins, and just the crowd, especially with how big it's going to be in the new arena, I think is really going to be a game changer.
I completely have to agree with you. You know, the last time that Wicked Stick was rode was exactly a year ago today. JB rode him the first round of the PBR Finals in 2015.
Oh, man.
Otherwise, he has been completely unridden in this season. So can it be 2 for 2 in the first round? If Gage's mind is right, I think so.
I agree. I think he's ready. I'm going to have some faith in him.
Really? Oh, all right.
Yeah, somebody has to, you know.
Exactly. So let's talk about another matchup. We're going to go into the 2 of the 3 top guys because this is a really deep contention within the top 3.
Yeah.
Tonight, you have 2 number 1 positions in the world going head-to-head in probably the feature matchup of round number 1 in the ABBI Classic Bowls. Kaiki Pachenko and the number 1 bucking bull in the ABBI standings, Organized Crime.
That's tough. I think just seeing him today, he really looked like he was in the game. Like he was pretty serious. You know, some of the other guys were kind of having fun a little bit, but he was all A game.
Absolutely. And, you know, even there in our interview that you just saw, he means business. And he even brought this never, ever happens with the Brazilians. He brought a translator. Mm-hmm. He always hides from the media. He doesn't want to talk. And like you said, it's a complete mind change, and I think he's just freeing his mind. And, you know, I know there's fans of the ABBI Bucking Bulls, especially Organized Crime, but I really do think that Kaiki is on a hot streak lately, and I think he's going to take this bull to town all night long.
Yeah, I was very impressed when I saw his translator. I mean, most of them just kind of, you know, they don't really speak a lot of English and they just try, but he was ready to go, and, you know, she was talking for him and kind of helping him out, and I could just see it in his eyes. He's just ready. Like, he's ready to get in that new arena and get on that bull and see what happens.
Absolutely. The last matchup we want to talk about is, you know, JB Mooney and Valedictorian. Valedictorian is a bull to be reckoned with. I'll tell you what, JB is struggling this year with injuries and everything else. Like we talked about, there's a lot of speculation. He said in his interview he's never 100%. I don't know what's going on with him, but the last few events since he's come back from injury, I don't think he's been himself inside that arena. He's always poised, but I hate to say it, he's third in the world, but I'm going to have to give this one to Valedictorian.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. He's a pretty decent bull, and it just depends how JB's feeling. If he's sore, I don't know if he'll be able to stick it out.
You know, on the other hand, JB Mooney has always come into the World Finals and taken the world by storm. Did he save himself? Was he not really that injured? Is he saving himself for the World Finals? Last year, he was in a slump. He came to the Thomas and Mack and rode the snot out about anything that they put under him. So, you know, a bull that's ridden one out of 11 times this year, and JB is nicknamed kind of Mr. Consistency at the World Finals. It's going to be interesting, and tonight's ride is going to set the tone for how the rest of his World Finals is going to go with the rank pin coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah, and he's a veteran. So, you know, you kind of make it wonder, does he have something up his sleeve? You know, is he kind of saving himself? Does he know he's got all these young guys that are kind of, hey, he's hurt. He's not going to be, you know, up there. We don't have to worry about him. And is he going to come out in this first round and just blow them all away and be like, yep, I'm a veteran. I got this. Like, you young bucks can just step to the side. I'm taking this world.
You know, yeah, I don't know. It's funny because we were at the press conference and Sean Gleason says, hey, JB, for the first time, you're the old man. And he just kind of did, yep, I am with all these guys. So, you know, his mind's right, but I don't know if he's fighting an injury. We don't know, but it's going to be interesting to see. And like I said, tonight's going to set the tone. But tonight it's going to set the tone in another way. Regardless of whether he rides the bull or not, he gets to live one of his dreams right after the performance.
Yeah, singing. He's getting up on that stage.
George Thorogood and the Destroyers, Bad to the Bone, his theme song. Yeah, it's going to be epic. And that stage is right in the arena, so I don't know if they're going to allow people on the dirt or if people are going to stay in their seats. But if it's anything like the Blue Death on Halloween, they opened up the dirt, let everybody in, and Neil McCoy just brought down the house.
I wonder how JB got involved in that. What do you think? He just said, hey, I want to sing with these guys, and it just happened? Or?
Well, It was probably over a few Coors Lights and probably a bet between bull riders, if I had to guess a little bit.
Whoever lost the bet gets to sing and embarrass themselves. I bet that was it.
You know, I've heard that JB is a pretty damn good singer. Yeah.
We'll have to see after tonight. It'll be something great to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Either great or not. One of two.
Either way.
And I'm going to find JB tomorrow and give him hell because that's the type of guy I am. But it's funny. And we talk about the great bull riding, but George Thorogood and the Destroyers tonight, they have got a huge musical lineup this year. So everybody that has a ticket to the bull riding every night is also going to see some of the greatest musical entertainment in the world from all different genres. Oh. It's going to be epic, and they are bringing the party to the T-Mobile Arena this year. Sean Gleason, the PBR.
Yeah, Steven Tyler, Dustin Lynch. That's just insane in itself.
Colt Folder, Warrant.
Yep.
Lita Ford is coming, so it's going to be crazy. The whole party is a party atmosphere, but you know, once the concert's done at the T-Mobile Arena, things don't end there because there is a ton of things going on around town. And tonight is a very special night, not only for me, but for a lot of the PBR riders, Mike Lee. You know, everybody supports the veterans, and the PBR Rock Bar tonight is going to be the place to be.
Yep. And how great is that the PBR, you know, they can do something for those veterans. They served our country. I mean, we should be doing something for them no matter what, but it's amazing that they took the time to really make them feel good and be known and just, you know, thank you for serving our country. I mean, especially right now. It's fantastic that they're being a part of it and just letting that happen. And thanks for, you know, taking care of us.
Absolutely. You know, Warriors and Rodeo, it's a benefit concert. And anybody that knows anything about red dirt, Texas, back road country music is going to know the guy performing tonight. Luke Kaufman is in the house. And it is going to be, I am looking forward to it. And we're going to have an exclusive interview right here at the Rodeo Roundup with Luke Kaufman backstage. I've lined that up, so that's going to be pretty cool. So after the party ends at the T-Mobile, honestly, Planet Hollywood is a walk down the strip or a stumble back home. It's 6 a.m. I did that last night. It hurts.
Yep, but not as young as you used to be, huh, Jason?
Nope. Every year I start going downhill. It's horrible. But you know, Vegas is fun, and we're getting amped up, and we're going to head over to the T-Mobile Arena here in just a little bit to get all set up in the media room and bring you round by round coverage and bring you some exclusive backstage and in-depth interviews with the round winners and the bull riders throughout the week. So stick around with us before the buck every night, 5 o'clock, and on Sunday, 9 a.m., all Central Time with Kirsten Durant and Jason Hetland right here before the buck. Kirsten, thank you so much for joining us one more time.